Doyu, a fickle beast oftentimes. Unfortunately for Neo, not running so well. But now, I'm taking over here for the stream, so it should be looking a little bit more smooth. So here we are, the first map for the 2v2. We haven't really missed anything yet. Turtle Rock is our first map. And Yumiko and Lyn at the moment creeping together, getting the double level 2. Early pushes, always a big danger on this map. But yesterday, 1-0 and KK faced the same combo already, the same composition of enemy races, and they held very well. I wonder if Lyn and Yumi will have something specific prepared here, something perhaps outside the norm.
Yeah, I guess it's Yumiko who has to lead the charge and comes up with the ideas and builds, as Lyn will probably be busy with the one-on-one competition and the prep for that. We see XiaoKK again with the Blade Master, and that worked quite well yesterday, and I gotta say, this works quite well now today. One Headhunter down, second Headhunter super bruised, third Headhunter about to go down. This is a tremendous Blade Master play by my boy KK.
Yeah, this looked quite nice indeed. Push against the burrows of KK at the same time. This is always something that Yumiko seems to love to do. Saw yesterday as well in the other 2v2. But not that many footmen. Waterman is only level 1. Perhaps the base can be held by KK with the Peon repair. Farseer is defending. The Wolves right now in this early game, very strong. And we have a Paladin second for Yumiko alongside a TC.
Nice. Okay. No Blood Mage then. You'd think that you would like to take away some power of the undead and the healing powers of a Shadow Hunter that's going for KK, but no. They are aware that a lot of power from the XiaoKK 1-0 team comes from the hero focus, and that you counter with a strong Paladin, and then you power up your army with the Devotion Aura as well. So every second hero that the humans can play is always a good fit.
Blade Master finding quite a few kills here, isn't he? Gonna get this one as well. Boots of Speedman, they're finding a way back into the meta, at least in 2v2. In 1v1, not so much. I guess there you're a little bit more strapped for cash. But the Boots on the Blade, I kinda like it. And I guess this might be mirror image retrain again.
Dude, we've seen this yesterday and it looked really, really cool. This spell will be available on both sides, so I wonder how impactful it's really going to be. But yeah, the warm-up phase, I would give it so far to no one. Pretty even match, love to see it.
Yeah, nothing of too much consequences happened yet. We saw some slight attacks, a bit of pressure into the orc base. I guess a bunch of headhunters went down. Perhaps that was the biggest story of the early game, the Blade getting some kills there. But the Blade is not yet out of control. Only level 2. Not the sickest items. But the presence of KK is amazing. Again, he finds the creep jack here. Could steal a turtle last hit, maybe. Oh, he's a little bit too late.
Damn. That was close, but the big one still up for grabs, but the reveal is here. Nice counterplay by Yumi, stomped by Lyn. And with that, the Blade Master has to go, and the big turtle goes to the Yumi Lyn team. Thank you very much for 2 supporters here. La Vodka Nostra. Love that nickname. Thank you for the prime. And 10 euros by Lynfra. Didn't watch you guys for a while. Happy to see you still at it. Shame on you for not watching, but you redeem yourself with that sweet little dono. Big dono.
Thank you very much for the support indeed. Alright, we're leveling up, creeping up on every side. Auras being added here for Lyn and Yumi. These are very potent auras indeed. Devotion and Endurance now available for not 1 but 2 armies. Is it time for the push? We crept the center. Oftentimes now is when we go for a strike. As mentioned, yesterday 1-0 and KK held well against this kind of an attack. Yesterday was with Frost Armor, by the way. I think the Frost Armor worked surprisingly well on the grunts and everything else. This time no Frost Armor, but rather Nova. Will that be something to regret? We'll see later on.
Alrighty, Scroll of the Beast on the Lyn and Yumi army, and a wonderful stomp by Lyn. Well done thus far. KK has a few issues here with the Blade, has to reposition, although the Lich under attack. Wonderful timing. Now the Destroyer is up. This is of course the full strength of Undead finally unlocked, but the stomps by Lyn are magnificent.
And the end snares here working out really well. 2 fiends should be going down pretty fast. Coil delays it, however, but not for too long. There's so much to dispel here for the destroyers. I think there should be a second destroyer morphed, even if there's no statues left anymore. Nova, though, gets 2 kills as well. And the push here is coming towards the undead base, not the orc base, which is pretty surprising. End snare, though, big time catch on the Destro. That one is going to go down. Coil won't be able to save it, but more can be morphed. TC in trouble as well. No way to save him anymore. He's got lots of rings, but can't survive this. Coil Nova Hex, and he shall fall. And I think once again, 1-0 and KK are about to hold here. They force a TP out, and Yumi has to run.
What a magnificent fight for them against the odds, against the overload of spells and summons. Still no chance. Yumi got a TP out. 1-0 chasing for maybe yet another Nova. A lot of peons hurt, but not too many fell. Levels are looking fine. Now we get the frost armor on top as well, and they're in the perfect position for the red spot, where a big aura waits.
Yeah, good level ups here also around the corner. Blade and Shadow should be able to nab one in. Medallion of Courage, always very nice for the Lich. And it's looking better and better. They have survived the mid-game push, and now we're getting towards the real late game, where the undead will always be the strongest race on the field. Unless there's a tier 3 on the enemy side, but there isn't. Lyn Yumi, only tier 2. They'll be falling off more and more here.
I think they hit the timing really well, right? The full power of tier 2 human orc was already there. They had the score of the beast. There was no reason really not to push. Maybe the position and attacking the undead base was a little bit of an issue. And now Yumi and Lyn have to defend for the second time this game. Paladin level 3 is well equipped, got some nice mana to be working with. It was just a little poke yoink on the Destro again. Whoopsie. But a town portal, is it enough? It absolutely is.
Yeah, beautiful end snare there by Lyn, but an escape. Yeah, 1-0 was trying to test his limits there of the army movement. When the human doesn't have Stormbolt, you can run circles around him for days. But that's of course where the raiders come into play. With end snare, there is some lockdown. Against undead, you definitely want some form of lockdown. Otherwise, with the aura, they're just gonna kite and kite for days. And with coils, hardly ever lose anything. Follow-up push. Yumi and Lyn looking for the next attack. The previous one was not successful, but they shall try once more. What else can they really do? If this one fails, the game should be over. Supply slightly in favor of 1-0.
But home turf advantage, XiaoKK here. Supply, as you said, should be in favor of 1-0, but reuniting these armies is always an issue when the army is standing where the human orc army stands right now. We got a lot of Spirit Link, we got a lot of casters, but is there enough punch to go through this orc undead army? TC level 3, the storms were magnificent, but at the moment, can't really find the targets.
KK is towards the top side of the fight. He knows he'll be losing lots of grunts and raiders, but if 1-0 can put out the damage in the meantime, that is well worth it. Stomp from Lyn, trying to keep the undead army at bay. Good level 2 stomp as well. The TC also has more mana and still crazy tankiness items. Question is, when the orc army for KK has melted away, is 1-0 still strong enough to take the rest of the army of the opponent on? He might be, because the undead late game is really something to marvel at. Blizzard raining down over and over. There was not too much interruption seemingly on it. A little bit of silence. Didn't see any end snares though. And the TC is in the perfect spot. Getting off a lot of stomps there. Very nicely done in that regard. And very tough to bring down with those rings, with the pally helping out. Unfortunately, the game here getting paused at the crucial moment really of this series. The next 1 or 2 minutes should decide the game.
I guess so. Not too great. Anyway, thank you very much, Knusperhoden, for the 350. Hummel. Mors. That's what I say. And our game continues as well. Maybe a little cat harass in the meantime. Very unfortunate, of course. Yumi with his Archmage under attack. The TC as well, as you said before. Pretty tanky. And of course, the Paladin is there to help him. So maybe not the prime target.
Catching a statue here, taking out 2 of them is Lyn. That is a big deal, but the destroyers are still in the air. Can now easily dispel all of the Spirit Link, and there's almost no anti-air to deal with the Destros anymore. I think 1-0 has reached critical mass. I think there's nothing really that can deal with him anymore by the look of things. He's close to level ups as well on Lich and DK, and also kind of on the Dark Ranger. Gets a level 4 here, and I think that might be enough. The Orc army for KK has melted away mostly, but the heroes are still there. The illusions, by the way. I love these mirror images on the blade, soaking up so much damage all the time. Farseer is not going to soak up too much damage anymore, or is he? One more Holy Light, saving him for a moment, but he shall die regardless. That's level 4, more Nova, more kills. Turns out 1-0 also lost a lot, actually. Especially lacking destroyers here is painful, but now the damage is clearly on the underside. By far the most DPS here has 1-0, especially against heavy armor with those Destros, and they will hold the push again.
Looking really good. 1-0, the player with the most supply in the game. The Orcs are kind of even, just Yumiko trailing a bit. Now we go for the TC for the 3rd time. It was successful once. Do we have another coil? Blade Master's chasing. Solid little block by Lyn with the Peon. But will that be the saving grace with the crit? He's dead. Stomp helps. Destroyer shots. Kill him off. We're eating steak today. And this must be the 1-0 for 1-0 and KK.
Yeah, 4-3-3 hero levels now for 1-0. He cannot be dealt with anymore. Opponents are only tier 2. Opponents only have dual hero. They have decent armies, but nothing that comes close to the tier 3. And now it is time to chase and time to celebrate the victory. They know this game is won already. KK certainly suffered quite a few losses there. He was the sacrificial lamb, but 1-0 playing his role well as the carry that he's supposed to be in this kind of a game. Just like we saw yesterday on this map, he gets ready in time. Rock here seems to look quite good for them, surprisingly. Finding more and more kills. The Pally heal is really good, man. Level 2 Holy Light, quite something indeed, but can't save the day by itself. It is GG and the 1-0 for perhaps the favorites.
Let's go, boys! Off to the bronze medal we are. Only 2 maps remaining, and then they got it. Look at this chat XiaoKK. No sleeves on his t-shirt. Just ballin'. Wonder where the tattoo is. Because in his player picture, he got a robot arm. But now we saw him. We saw his entire arm. Top to bottom.
All of it.
There was no robot arm there. It's a fake. Maybe Photoshop.
Okay. I had to jump in for the stream real quick, so I gotta reset all the overlay stuff.
That's fine, Remo Demo, that's fine. Yeah, that was a very, very good performance. And yesterday, XiaoKK was oftentimes on the receiving end of Infi and Fly. And his burrows went down, and that crippled him for pretty much the majority of the game. Now, though, he held. No burrows went down. Easy. And with that, there was nothing really that prevented him from that big tier 2, tier 3 push. And then the game was fine. And I got nothing to complain about.
All right. And now we should have everything nicely set up as well. All right. Good, good. Yeah, I think they're looking really good. I think you might be onto something here. Captain KK looking better and better. Narrowly not making the grand final this time around, but looking just a bit more solid than Yumi and Lyn. Of course, they're a new 2v2 team. Or have we ever seen them play 2v2 before? Not really.
Lyn and Yumi together prior to this.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't recall it really either. Still need to perhaps iron out the kinks, get some new strats going. So far, their strategies have been pretty predictable, I want to say. Human Oryx, I mean, we see it all the time these days, mostly around tier 2 pushes, and on Turtle Rock, on a small map, we can attack together. Oftentimes, that can strike before the undead gets ready, really. But 1-0 again and again seems to have everything he needs just in time. Not the highest levels when the push hits, but he got the DK3, he got the triple hero, he got the orb, and he's got destroyers. And that was enough. Different maps, though, might make for very different games. And Tidewater Glades will be map 2.
Of that map, I don't know how often I said it. in the past couple of weeks since this 2-on-2 competition was introduced. Bases are close together. You roam around. You got the potential for some harass. You see a lot of Shadow Hunters here, paired with the Pit Lord, ideally, and just big fights. And this is how 2-on-2. How I love my 2-on-2.
Yeah, I think Lyn's been playing the Shadowhunter Pit Lord combo quite a bit as well. We've been seeing a bunch of mass stuff as well. TC first, mass headhunters with mass hunts. Of course, we have no Night Elf here today, so no mass hunts will be played now. But it does seem like this map can make for unique strats quite often as we are trying to get it ready. Seems like perhaps we have a small difficulty with the host again. We have a little bit of a delay on starting map 2.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Well, then we can tell the people that in exactly 1 week, we started to the Rara Land qualifier. It's Rara season, everybody. A little earlier than the past couple of years, the past 2 years. I don't know if they're actually on the schedule yet. No, they're not. I was a bit lazy, forgot to implement them. Whoopsie. But the qualifier link is on the homepage, and you should all sign up. 3 pair tickets for the Western players, 3 tickets for the Asian players. Gonna be good, man. I wonder if we see a return of some players. Last time we had Kaz from Ukraine coming back, trying to get a ticket. Also, Side is playing quite a bit more. It's always the hottest tickets, so everybody's trying to get them. Will Happy try to do it again? Thorstein is, I think, currently at a Swedish LAN, so maybe he's preparing. I'd love to see the Swedes. Did you know, Remo, that the Swedes never made it to Rara?
I know. It is a criminal offense at this point.
Yeah.
That they've never gotten there. Always talking about how much they love Warcraft, how they have this great Soviet War Elite team. I guess nowadays it's a different team. But yeah, where's the camaraderie? Where is the hanging out together, having beers together, having fun and playing together? You Swedes, where you at?
Yeah, we thought the Swedes are Swedes, but this absent, man. This shame. That's, to me, the biggest shame in modern Warcraft.
Yeah. Guys, you can still make up for it. You better show up next time. You know who I would also love to show up again, qualify again? It's my boy, Sock. At Rara Land 1, his games were such a treat to see. His matches against XiaoKK especially were quite epic. He tried to qualify for the second one, didn't make it. I think he lost to Focus or something. Not exactly sure anymore. But yeah, we had a distinct lag of top humans at that tournament, which also made it a bit easier for Happy to claim that title once again.
That's right. And the tournaments might be played on the new patch. They'll be played in June. Could be June. Could be patch. Maybe they're waiting for WAL to be over, then flip that switch. Wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that is what they announced. June, the intended target for the patch. Now, intention and reality can sometimes be quite far apart from each other. But I guess there's not too much that needs to be implemented anymore. Just a couple of last-minute touches. I wonder what kind of feedback they're gonna consider and what kind of feedback they're gonna ignore. It's gonna be very interesting when we have the final patch notes, finally, and what that's gonna mean.
Bro, I'm gonna be so mad if they don't listen to all my advice.
All of it. Every single piece.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, who else but me?
As it should be.
To decide things in the Warcraft world.
Yeah, you are, after all, the janitor, as we saw last Rara Land.
Wow. I got so many nice nicknames, and you'd use the janitor.
Yeah. It's just another one. This is another one in your collection of epic titles.
That's right. It's still chuckling a little bit that chat made me from the prophet to the prophet. That was a good one. Now I'm the janitor. Yeah, it's okay.
As a janitor, I think if you do a good job, perhaps there's also a lot of esports money in that one.
Yeah.
Our Blizzard janitor, we'll see what he's going to come up with soon when the patch hits.
What's your number one thing to change in the PTR?
You mean my disagreement with their last iteration?
Yeah.
Wyvern and Headhunters. I think the Headhunters change is also very bad.
Really? I'm very much in favor of that, but on the Wyvern we agree.
You know,
as long as they keep the Berserker damage the way it is and only nerf the Headhunters, I think we're fine.
No, I think they're going to be trash in the early game. They're trash against Undead already. They're in a good spot against Orc and against Human. And against Night Elf, they're of course trash as well. I think they're going to be poop.
Some people like that, though.
Some people are into that kind of thing. I have heard. We don't know exactly what the holdup is, guys. Oh! As I look towards the future, I see that the game will be starting soon. Okay, we had an issue here getting the second map started. But in around 3 or 4 minutes, we're gonna have map 2 ready to begin. Which might be Neo's favorite. Tidewater Glades. Was kind of a sleeper map for a long time, right? Okay, I'm actually not even sure. I want to say this is a Blizzard map that wasn't played for eternity. Is that true, or is this a community map?
I'm not sure, but I remember that it was played and I fell in love with that map during WGTL after the Reforged release. The big team league, remember?
Yeah. But I thought this one had been around, like, basically, you know, shortly since after the Frozen Throne release.
So I looked it up on Wikipedia, and it says creator Blizzard Entertainment.
Mm-hmm. They made a good map, Neo. They made a good map.
Well, maybe it's just the LV version. No, the original one is also Blizzard Entertainment. Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, a blind hen finds a corn, yada yada.
Yeah, this is quite the good corn. Little piece of corn right here. All right. Tidewater Glades. It's one of those 2v2 maps where players spawn close to each other. Allies spawn close to each other, so it seems quite safe oftentimes. Also, the travel distance isn't as short as Turtle Rock. There's more to do, more to creep. So we see quite a bit of teching, quite a bit of tier 3 going on, quite a bit of late game, and also different hero combos. You pointed towards the Shadowhunter Pit Lord epicness before, which I've also seen do great work here before.
That is right. Are we in the game already? Not yet, right?
No, we have to wait.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah, Shadowhunter has an amazing synergy with the Pit Lord, of course. Shadowhunter also has an amazing synergy with a Blood Mage. And this is what it's about. Who builds the biggest synergy with a Shadowhunter, I guess.
Yeah, Shadowhunter seems to be one of the big carry heroes in the 2v2 these days, getting boosted up like crazy. If help is available from the Blood Mage, the Siphon Mana, it seems like it has fully arrived in 2v2, showing finally how good it is. After years, people have been saying how strong it really is, which it certainly can be. In 1v1, though, it still seems to be pretty difficult to find the right spot for the Blood Mage play.
Yeah. It's so hard, man. Like, he's either amazing or doesn't really matter at all and gets wiped off the map. But with a little bit more support that you can get in 2 and 2, and of course it's easier to position him in a defensive position. Position him in a position? Yeah, Neo's smart. In a more defensive way. He really shines there. He's definitely safer there. I don't know how we could change it from 2 and 2 to 1-on-1. But what I do know is we got a new sub. Snock123. Thank you for the 26th month. Keep up the good work, lads. Day 84 of consecutive Warcraft streaming. Thank you.
Day 84. The beginning of our journey. We can make this 840 days, right? No problem.
No problem. Okay. Good.
Sounds easy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 840 days, that's not even 3 years, bro. Where's your passion?
Where's my that's what everybody asks. Like, okay, this Neo guy, he's a great caster. He got the looks, he brings the knowledge. That's what they say about me. But the passion is clearly lacking. He's only in for the money.
The
That's why
profit
they
turned
call
into
him
the profit, dude.
Yep, that's what chat says.
Twitch chat knows.
They always do. And
You always say
Mafe-
they're never wrong. They're always right. So, gotta stick
True,
with your
and we
guns.
got Mafe in chat, who's a very, very good map creator, saying Tidewater Glades was originally made for Blizzard organized map contests, same as Melting Valley. Though, the credit is wrong, man. It's not Blizzard Entertainment. They just took it, probably also for free.
Yeah, they hardly made any maps, right? They did make Echo Isles. I know that. But,
Bro,
that was a long
it's
time ago.
kind of good that they didn't. Do you remember Matt Morris's version of Tyrannus Stand?
I do remember.
A
Yep.
million big consumables. Screw Matt Morris for all eternity. But we finally have gameplay, everybody. We got a 1-0 lead, in case you forgot. We are all old, right? Our memory doesn't work that well anymore. We got 1-0 and XiaoKK with the 1-0 lead over Lyn and Yumiko. 1-0 KK at the bottom, Lyn and Yumi at the top. But will they come out on top as well, Remo?
That shall be discovered here in a moment. Alright, we've been talking about this map for quite a while now. Now we get to see it. It is Tidewater Glades. I almost said Turtle Rock. Nope, we just had Turtle Rock. Thank God that's behind us. And now we get to see the first heroes. Oh, and guess who it is? Back again for round 2. TC first. Grunt opening. Just like yesterday. Against Fly and Infi on Synergy. They played the TC with Grunts. And the Grunts benefiting from all these move speed auras. We're so fast, always able to get to the targets nicely. And also we see a Shadow Hunter. Isn't it a joy? The Orc heroes enjoying a lot of variety in the 2v2.
That's right. Every single hero is playable as a first hero for the Horde. With the TC, you might even be playing him solo for a quick level 5 and mass with it. We saw Blade Master before. Fastia is, I guess, the regular pick as a space creator. And on the other side, we have a Shadow Hunter. And we talked about the Shadow Hunter at length by how great of a supporter he is. Early game, he can either creep or go for Hex Harass. And then later on, of course, the #1 healer in the 2-on-2.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna start off with a big creep here at the Merc camp right away. This seems to be the meta as well these days. Creeping this together to get the big item here right away and open up some Merc support. We can get the Shadow Priest here, but it's not the Forest Throw. What's it called again? I don't even know what this dude is called, but the important thing is that he doesn't have Useful. So that's
Dark
one thing
Troll?
missing. Dark Troll, that's right. The Dark Troll tribe. That was a thing in the campaign, I think.
Well, your memory is certainly better than mine. There's a lot of tribes with the trolls. Zul'jin united them all. I played through the history of the troll tribes in the Chronicle of the Second War. The
Damn.
Warcraft 3 remake of the Warcraft 2 campaign. It's amazing.
Wait, didn't you not play the Warcraft 3 campaign fully until like just a few years ago?
No,
I don't know.
that was the first thing I did. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't
I know
playing.
there was
multiplayer
Todd.
for it.
Todd still hasn't played the campaign until today, I think.
Well, you better not spoil the ending.
What is this bullshit? So we see a lot of creeping together for the time being. TC getting the Talisman of Evasion. I think that's not too bad already. Tank up that TC can be quite nice. And Yumi researching Defend, which might be completely useless. We have a full melee army right now. On KK and
what the
1-0, by the
hell?
way. And super fast. This is the surround squad.
Let's go. We don't have Frenzy yet, but maybe you don't need it if you have the movement speed of Endurance
Look at
Aura
that move
and
speed.
Unholy Aura.
No.
Dude, that's so fast.
Oh my god. That should be 2 easy kills. Don't let that gun get away. Okay. Ooh, the Headhunters are suffering right now. Lyn not having an easy early game. And this makes so much sense against Shadowrunner as well. He can of course use Hex, but losing 1 or 2 ghouls, not that big of a deal. There's still so many forces here presenting a threat. That being said, though, now that they back off, we finally do see the catch-up kills, and Shadowhunter almost getting to level 3 here.
Yeah, man. Before yesterday, I've never seen this strat together. Like, Commander KK, he had to come up with some crazy stuff, and that is crazy stuff. We all talk about it. Movement speed, one of the best stats in the entire game. And as Undead and Orc, why not double down on it? Grunts are very beefy, ghouls have good damage, and that's very, very, very powerful. And you don't have to rely on fiends. Stomps around, has to open it up, but the grunt's in position. Shadow Meld for the rescue.
Damn, the cloak here coming into play. Nice presence of mind, figuring that one out. Hex on the grunt, but that one might be a little bit too tough to bring down. But KK and 1-0 also looking for pickups of their own. Big mana potion used though. This is great now for the Shadowhunter. He's gonna have plenty more hexes. Could be a bunch more easy kills. Or also some heal wave. 1-0 and KK putting on a lot of pressure here early. Really wanting to minimize those headhunter numbers.
That heal wave was indeed necessary. Surround on the TC, maybe. Forcing a town portal out, but nope. No. That's too much. Yumi not getting that much done here. Lyn looking fine, but also a lot of headhunter losses in the beginning. And it's all buying time for the Undead tier 3.
So it says 500 gold lost versus 870 gold lost, if we consider also the big mana potion, which of course is a very impactful item. The DK there, almost in time for the steal. That would have been level 3, would have been big. Doesn't get that one, but they do get 2 more footmen, maybe. No ghouls in the fight right now. I think their time is over for the time being. Perhaps on Frenzy Tech they will be relevant again. Question is, what will 1-0 build? What kind of an army? Right now we don't know the answer yet. We do know Lyn is going tier 3 though.
Ooh, big berserkers. Let's go. And can they stop? Is that enough to stop the Undead tier 3? Which was certainly overpowering them in game 1, but maybe we have to look at the TC first. Oh, the stomp isn't enough, is it? I find the way out.
See ya! Goes the other way, gets away. Oh, running that direction. Oh, these ghouls are all very hurt. Ouch, that is a bit stressful right now for 1-0. Trying to creep 2 camps at the same time. Can't say the man is not ambitious, but also getting caught here as well with his army. That's quite a few ghoul losses here when all is said and done. Somehow, that one gets away. What the hell? Lucky bugger.
Lucky indeed. You need a little bit of luck at the highest level of competition. And now we got tier 3 unlocked on not Lyn's side yet, but we'll be there, but on 1-0 side. Is it finally time for a Crypt Lord? We've been waiting for days to see the Crippy. No level 3 yet, and maybe a Dark Ranger isn't that bad given that we have Shadowhunter, TC, and Paladin.
In theory, Dreadlord with Scourge Bone Chimes, or rather with Vampiric Aura, would be crazy here. If they just stay on ghouls and grunts, which seems like a weird army, but at the moment, that's the army.
Yeah, usually Warcraft 3 is dominated by range and piercing, and heavy armor is considered inferior, and range is considered superior. But they don't give a damn as long as they have movement speed.
Big items here. Yumiko getting the Furball guy, which I don't know what it does. And on the other side we have the dragon, so not the best drops here. These summons, especially in the big 2v2 fights, sometimes a bit underwhelming.
That's right. Still better than before the changes, like 5 years ago, as they have some more abilities, but well, still not the greatest pick. We do have the Dark Ranger here against all the spells. Little Furbolg going down, poor fella. This looks rather even, man. And Yumiko wants to break that stalemate with an expansion upper left.
Lots of gold on KK here. Almost 700 Gs. Not fully spending it. He is not tier 2. Not tier 3, I mean. Only tier 2. And I feel like this Frenzy Ghoul army, if it's in the wrong position, could die very quick. A well-placed stomp and follow-up damage could do quite a lot. Now Destroyer is finally available against the Hex.
Especially when hero level numbers are getting higher. When the Archmage gets to Blizzard, oh, bye-bye. TC, by the way, 5 rings. 1 on each finger.
That is a nice little bit of accessory, I guess. Alright, first big push, first big fight as it seems. The summons have been called as well. TC Stomp for Lyn in the front line, but that's only level 1. KK has the better Stomp, charging in the back, but the Berserkers nicely moving away from him, not getting stomped too heavily. Fighting into undead base is always scary, though the Lich has so much mana for Nova. By the way, the AoE is hitting in. That's a bunch of kills in the back. Dark Ranger getting more experience, getting close to 2, and with that, Skeleton soon, and the TC with a Stomp in the back line. Lyn is trying to dodge those stomps as best he can, so there's a bunch of Berserkers alive. Lots of ghouls have gone down already, but tons of grunts still here, along with raiders.
Man, what a slaughter this is. 1-0, the man with the highest supply in the game. Heroes are looking fine as well. Very surprised that the dragon is up in the air for a long time. Destro falls, level 3 on Lyn, level 2 on the Dark Ranger, level 5 for KKTC.
And it seems like they certainly win this fight. Lyn and Yumi have an expansion at the top of the map. Hopefully that doesn't get discovered. If it does, the game might be over soon. 1-0 and KK smashing this fight with a Grunt Ghoul army. Redefining the 2v2 meta, I guess. The TC there coming into play as well. Now he's level 5. Now he can go for more clarities, heal up, mana potion. I would love to see. And 1-0's heroes are also becoming very strong.
Lyn is down the dumpster, my dude. 35 food only. Yumi's expansion won't make it that long, I guess. And I'm fascinated that this blue drake is still up. Shouldn't you take it out somehow? You get spell, you get piercing damage. But no, still high up in the air. Lyn had to maneuver a lot with his headhunters due to the storms and Nova combo. And of course, he won't be exposed to a Dark Ranger as well. So the damage uptime was very, very low, and that bites him now. Expo didn't really pay off. Supply is low. 1-0 and KK are online, and yeah, man, this defies Warcraft physics. A mass melee army.
Yeah, really cool. Very inventive by KK and 1-0. Fun to see. Yeah, this new Blue Drake with a Frost attack, he's kind of like a Frostworm. Less damage, of course, but the slow is good. The AM is stuck and dead. Oh, almost. Getting healed by the Holy Light, but can't sustain all of this damage. AM still falls. And this might be the beginning of the end. TC in the front line. Goes for both Orc players here. KK in the back. His TC out of mana for the time being. Has a mana potion, though he can still use. Lyn trying to reposition, get off some good stomps. Hits the grunts, but they're still hard to bring down. It's a beefy army by KK, while 1-0 is putting in the damage from range now. He may not be playing Fiends, but he's got lots of air units now. Destroyers, and the Blue Drake is still alive.
He's gonna go for the entire duration. What the hell? You never see that. Lyn continues to suffer. Dark Ranger level 3, which doesn't make it much better. TC level 5.3. We got amazing auras on 1-0 KK side. Not only the ones from the heroes, but also the ones they find on the map. True Shot, Devotion, they're perfectly equipped. And this fight is just going one way.
And the Breakers here being magic immune, surviving for a little while. Lyn still has a good number of Berserkers, I guess. Lyn and Yumi both at 40 supply, but 1-0 has the big lead. Almost up at 60 supply on himself. He didn't have... Oh, Lich getting surrounded though. Chance perhaps of a small comeback. Lich getting caught with the ensnare as well. Stomp follow-up. And he should be dead, shouldn't he? One more Hex, a bit of focus fire, and there he goes. Maybe there's a way still to do it. Perhaps slightly sloppy by 1-0, losing the hero there. But he has lots of gold. He can go for the Tavern Res.
Easy. That Expo is still up, by the way. Ghoul wasn't able to kill it off. There is a chance they'd bring this back. If they take... Yeah, Lyn is definitely taking care. This Expo is still up. And he can continue mining in a second. This isn't as over as it looked 4 minutes ago.
1-0 though. Going to the Orc shop. That's really cool by KK here. Having an Orc shop in a forward position. Getting clarities is always amazing as undead. And he runs the DK into the creep and gets the clarity cancelled. 1-0. Maybe he needs to read the tooltip again of what the clarity does. It does get cancelled by attack, as it turns out.
Wow, toxic caster. It is a bit unfortunate, of course. Here's the TC. Oh boy.
Oh.
Also very unfortunate.
Oi!
The receiving end of things. Okay, we hit the delete button on these heroes. My god. Now on the Berserkers, this TC is tearing everything apart. Tons and tons of destroyers up as well. Not enough anti-air whatsoever. Yeah, just take care of the Lich and I guess you're good.
And TZ with plus 30% move speed from these auras is just so difficult to stop. He always gets in the right position. He's too tanky to bring down. He's almost level 6 at this point. I'm pretty sure he's going to get it if this game goes long enough. 1-0 finally turned on the Dark Arrow on the Dark Ranger, by the way. The Black Arrow, I mean. We forgot to do that earlier. Now we also have Skellies. We have more mana on the Lich. And this is where joy is felt. For the Undead team, not so much on Lyn and Yumiko's side. They're getting absolutely blasted now. One kill after the next. Shutdown will fall as well. Pally is trying his best, but he can't sustain all of this damage. And we do see level 6 towards the end. TC now unkillable. Game over. And a very convincing 2-0 lead by the boys.
That's right. We should call him Xiao OP, maybe. God damn, this man is looking good. I'm in awe. Look at this fella. What a god.
What a god indeed. 2-0 up, and so far, honestly looking like the much stabler, much better 2v2 team. And not just playing super standard, but also having their own little nuances. The TC first mass melee, pretty cool, dude. The move speed is just so crazy, dude. The move speed is so crazy, pairing the strengths of the two races so nicely together. Doesn't work on every map, but here it did for sure.
Really nice that they're leaning into this for a long time. I don't think I've seen it before this weekend, really, on a high level of 2-on-2. Like, you oftentimes see strategies revolve around mass or timings, hero abilities, whatever, but leaning into movement speed, man. Big brain play.
And I wonder what they might have in store for the next map. Synergy will be map number 3. It could be the end of this third place match already if KK and 1-0 also claim this one. This is where yesterday they showed this strat as well, the TC mass melee, mass move speed, and they almost won. They were almost able to beat Fly and Infi, but with the expansion just barely being held, with Blizzard play looking really good, they were able to hold on just well enough. Lyn and Yumi, though, at the moment, getting outmatched, at least on the first 2 maps.
That's right. By the way, Unmatched Chat is reporting that our audio levels aren't in sync, really. We have to fix the volume. So I keep on talking to see how the volume is, and you tell me if I have to change it on my end or if you can change it on your end. Because, of course, we want to please the thousands and thousands of viewers out there so they get the perfect viewer experience.
Yeah. So, Chad, who's louder? Am I louder or is Neo louder? It seems like
I think you're louder.
I think I'm a bit louder. All right, then we're gonna boost up Neo. We're gonna give him a little bit of a boost right here.
And we don't even have to pay $60 for that, as in World of Warcraft.
Wait, how can I do this in Discord now that I'm streaming?
You right-click my name.
Yeah.
And push it all, like the boost thing.
Wait, they're saying Remo louder. Really?
Remo is louder, I think. Remo was a bit louder.
Oh, okay.
Too much? Too much? I talk again. It's fine.
We didn't change anything yet, guys.
That's so funny. It's good now. No changes, please. Some people, hear different than others.
I can't boost you right now because in my Discord I just see my own stream. So... wait. No, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I'm boosting you just a little bit. All right, this should be good. Guys, tell us if it's good now or if you have some more wishes. I guess you wish to see the next map, and why wouldn't you? 2v2 action continues. Synergy is map number 3. And we have Down south, Yumi and Lyn trailing right now 0-2. If they lose here, that's it. 2v2, part of the day over. And yeah, I'm feeling a bit worried for them, Neo, right now. They've been getting kind of outplayed. 1-0 and KK, they've been just looking rock solid. Real good.
You worry for them? They're only down 0-2 and they got squashed in both of the maps. Why would you worry for them?
I gotta say, I think 1-0 and KK just looking better right now. I love their 2v2 teamwork. I love how they're working together, trying to get the perfect min-maxing of their race's abilities. We saw the TC first with all that move speed, which was really cool, but not this time. Hey, it's Blade Master DK this time around, just like it was on Turtle Rock map 1, which can also make for a great late game, of course.
Alrighty, yeah, we've seen that on Turtle Rock, and it looked really, really, really good. This is also where they displayed the mirror image build yesterday. On the other side, mass summons with Archmage Farseer, also like Turtle Rock. Here on this map, of course, the bases are right next to each other. And what did you call the path in the middle yesterday? Something destruction? Something
the Death Highway.
Death? The Death Highway. God, this man is so creative sometimes.
Yeah, it gets pretty fun later on when the bases are established. We have the tech ready on both sides, and sometimes even an expansion. Then in the middle, between the gold mine spots, is where slaughter will commence very often. It is a map with only 4 accessible gold mines in the middle, which is pretty rare for 2v2s. And at the moment here we see a bunch of creeping. Ghoul build by 1-2-0, losing one of those ghouls, I think. Only though. That's kind of okay. Trying to go for the shops. Who got the... Did you see who got the wards? Who got them wards, baby?
Should get them lasered away, if you ask me. I don't know. Hard to see on the minimap as well. Shouldn't matter too much. You got your eyes everywhere at all times. Anyway, Blade Master looking very fine though. A little bit of a princess with a double circlet, and also a little bit of Wolverine with the claws of attack. He's gonna be a beast late game.
And he doesn't have the ward here, that's why he's not revealed. Looking for some last hit steals. Gets that one. Could get 2 summons. Oh, look at all that XP, baby. Level 2 suddenly. But it is Yumi and Lyn taking a big experience lead here. With the summon heroes, of course, AM and Farseer, they can creep much faster in the taking advantage.
We are also taking advantage of the wonderful viewer that is Karubik. 10 gifties into the channel. Love, 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 love to see it. Thank you so much, Karubik. Glad you enjoy our content this much.
Thank you so much, my dog. Very generous. I hope you're having a great weekend. If you don't have it yet, I'm sure you will have it throughout the course of this day. We have amazing games today. Starting off with this 2v2, and then later on, the top 3 best players in the world for the final day of the 1v1. Oh, Farseer, creep track over here. Gonna get at least 1 ghoul kill. Trying to get the last hit steal as well, but DK picks it up. That's a lot of kills though. That's a bunch of ghouls going down. Makes it 4 ghoul losses total. That is pretty painful.
That looks like Lyn versus Happy yesterday. Maybe a little foreshadowing for later if things go well for him. Or for Happy, I guess. Yo, 1-0 under quite a bit of pressure here. I like it. Try to delay his tech as much as possible. Wolf still hunting. Very good adjustments by Lyn, but what's XiaoKK doing to Yumi on the other side of the map?
Blade Master here could be potentially the carry in the late game. Boots of speed, and with that I am expecting a retrain into mirror image once more later on. He should be pretty potent as the game goes longer. Seems like 1-0 has really been knocked down a peg. 20 supply only. Yikes. This won't be an easy game.
No, I'm always getting a bit aroused when you say the word potent. I don't know why.
Very potent. Oh, Blade Master again looking for the steal. Oh, and he got it! Almost got the item as well, but that one was picked up by... What? Who got it? Farseer, I guess. The small claws. 1-0, and KK trying to grab as much as they can right now. DK gets level 3, big level up there. Mantle also pretty nice. And now the Shadow Hunter joins, and Hex is available. And that is an instant kill on Lyn's Shadow.
And that is supposed to be the carry. What a nice way to turn it around with low supply numbers. Both at around 30-ish. And they still make stuff work with their glorious hero combo. And they ain't done yet, because KK's Shadow is coming in as well.
Looking for the next kill. A coil is ready in just a few seconds. Nice save on the Grunter as well. Raider goes down. In a moment. No way. Survives. Come on. Skellies. Skellies, something. Oh, coil. And that's a double kill. Rifle also went down. Another Hex. This Hex by KK is working out amazingly. Now using it on the MK to limit his impact. Stonebolt couldn't be used. But it's a bunch of kills, I guess, on both sides. Also, KK lost 2 Raiders, I think? No, 3 Grunts. Sorry. Of course, Lyn was the one losing the Raiders.
Grunts, Raiders, they all look the same, right? These green skins.
The Raiders must die, as we know.
That's right. The Prodigy said... Oh, I always feel so old when we say that sentence, because I was living at my parents' when we came up with that back in ESL radio days. Yes.
That was before the TikTok generation for all you Zoomers out there. Blade Master with another steal or what? Oh, got it again! He might be dead though. Oh, that might have been a bit of a... Oh, the one of Mana Steel! He just got the one of Mana Steel from the creep camp. That is pretty unfortunate. Oh, that's a big loss. Ouchie.
Yeah, he doesn't have the resources for a Tavern Wrath this time. But Buttcrumbs has the resources for a gift sub to Buttpoo.
Thank you very much for that as well. This looks like by far the best game so far for Lyn Yumi. They have a big supply lead. Can they close it out this time around? And if so, how are they gonna do it? With Fly and Infi, we saw them going for a center expansion. And that Expo additional income was what solidified the win for them. So far, Yumi is not trying that. Not yet.
Alrighty, big red spots up for grabs for Yumi and Lyn, the big turtle. Lyn, of course, master manipulator of these creeps. The turtles are... What a mess this creep spot is. What's happening to the AI? They're not doing anything.
They're confused.
They're so confused.
It's big experience here for Shadow and MK. Shadowhunter might even get level 3 from this camp, or at least get close to it. MK also getting great experience points, while 1-0 and KK are creeping the safer camps. They're creeping out on the map. They know they're not strong right now. It is painfully evident from their supply count. 1-0 still only 36 supply, dude. This
36, huh? Little Freudian slip there.
It's been not too arousing though for 1-0, I think, so far this game.
No, that's true. But maybe a Dark Ranger can help with that.
They did find Scourge Bone Chimes. That could be pretty sick with this army.
Next red spot here. Next up in the chat, Eva Lucas. 10 months. Love you guys so much. See you at Rara Land. Rah, brother. Hey, this turtle is hard.
Shadowhunter level 3, big level up there. Blade Master is finally back. But again, Yumi and Lyn were creeping faster. They're all the way across the map already up there at the fountain. And now there's not much to do in this corner anymore. They got the scroll of speed as well. So I think it's time to go for the attack.
And that is a distraction attack, huh? Because they're building an expansion there. Just started. Alright. Can they hold this and then can they strike back? Big questions here. Shop under attack. We do have an orb. We do have destroy upgrades, so that should be fine, but no potions in that fight.
And no TP on KK. He has to run. This is going to take a long time. Just as the Orc expansion, which seems to be coming up for Lyn, though. Supply lead on Lyn's side. Mirror images once again.
Alrighty. Lyn Yumi. It's gonna collapse on them. No real true front line. Mountain King in the middle of it with Clap. Not the greatest impact thus far. Destroyer getting focused, but he's relatively tanky. Ghouls trying to make it to the back line to get rid of these riflemen. And they're... Oh, it's not really a back line. They're standing in front. Interesting positioning here. Blade Master is getting rid of a lot of casters. And I don't think the fight is looking too bad for KK and 1-0.
Yeah, it seems like they might be winning here in the late game once again. Almost getting 2 kills with a Nova on the way out. A little bit of extra credit goes to the Mountain King. The clamp here was looking really good. Yuumi, in fact, is going tier 3. Trying perhaps for inner fire rifles. But the tides may have turned. The supply lead is still slightly on Lyn and Yuumi. But now it seems like these heroes for 1-0 and KK are looking really good. The mirror images, I think, again, amazing.
You're a big fan of illusions, eh? And rightfully so. Little bit of hit and run with coils, taking out rifles. Why not? So they can't recharge. Do we have blizzards? No, we don't. There would be a huge help, of course. We haven't seen blizzard in any of these games, and I think that's a bit of an issue. And if Lyn and Yuumi hold this, they have a great chance to win this game, but it's not gonna be easy.
Taking out the destroyers might be a key part here as well, and the ensnares are beautiful, dude. Lyn always with these ensnares, pulling forward the destroyers. One is going to go down right away, perhaps even a second. Only one might be left. But also in the meantime, more kills are going their way at the same time. Heal scroll used on Yuumi and Lyn. Water Elementals summoned. They can of course be dispelled by the destroyers easily. And who's going to win the fight between the orcs? The Scourge Bone Chimes here. So good for the Blade Master. He's healing up all the chip damage. They can use Mirror Image. Then they have higher health once again. And the Mirror Images, you can dispel some of them, but you can't dispel all of them.
That's right. Yuumi is falling apart as so often for Lyn and Yuumi. He's definitely the sacrificial lamb here. Uh-oh, Fastia under attack as well. Hex! KK is right there, but so is the Paladin to the rescue. That hero focus did not work. Can they recover? Can Yuumi recover? He's firing from all cylinders when it comes to production, but is it enough? Fastia level 4, a little bit of a help. But the heroes for 1-0 and KK just still look so strong.
We got Skellies, we got Ghouls, we got Blade Master Illusions, everything of course boosted up by these auras. And they're on the chase looking for more kills. The tide has completely turned this game. Coil Nova should finish map 3 and finish this series. It was a good start. Very good start for you, Lyn Yumiko. Maybe the push a bit too late, maybe the expansion a bit too late. Seemed like they squandered their early game advantage a little, but they didn't get much done. And in the late game, when everything comes together, man, what a potent combo this is.
Yeah, maybe expansion and tech at the same time was a bit too much. They got wrecked. And 3-0 for 1-0 and XiaoKK. This is the bronze medal for them. And my love for this team just intensifies. Look at that. Look at that grin on KK's side. Oh yeah, these boys are having a good time.
And they deserve here to get onto the podium. Great play by them. They narrowly didn't make the grand final. Playing against Infi and Fly there in the match in the semifinals. Yeah, Lyn and Yuumi a little bit outmatched. Lyn and Yuumi not quite on par with the other top 3 teams. It does seem like more and more we're getting a clear visual of who the best teams are in 2v2. Fly and Infi, obviously. Moon and Focus also really good. And 1-0 and XiaoKK. We have to keep them